We have stopped for refreshments and bathroom break. If you are okay with a cold toilet seat, then this is the place to go. There are warm toilet seats along the way, but I don't know where they are. So now that everyone's refreshed, we are gonna take a walk through fountain paint pots and see what there is to see in the dead of winter. Unstable ground, boiling water. So you wouldn't want to wander off of this trail very far, near at all, because the ground is unstable. Here it says bacteria mat. These kinds of bacteria mats are all over Yellowstone National Park, especially next to the hot springs.
Nice and hot. This one's right around 197. One of the warmer pools we've seen today. Alright. But yeah, it's called Silex. The Silex is word.
Here's perhaps the star of the show at this stop. Fountain paint pots. Has boiling mud. And the sulfur smell here is quite tremendous. You can even taste it. Which it's a toxic gas, so we shouldn't be doing that. But this water feature, it it changes throughout the season. So now you can see, because of the snow that's melted, there's areas where it looks like pretty much just water. But then there's other areas where it looks like mud. It's thicker. And so over the summer, this is gonna dry out. And then towards fall, it's pretty thick. It's just really thick, like a chili that you're burning to the bottom of the pot. It does not have any water left in it. And this is really cool because you've got some vents here as well. And a baby fumarole over here. But the mud is all different colors. On one side we have this light beige color. In the center there's some blue hues, and I'm guessing that's from the thermophiles that are there. And then it goes to a light brown, to a red. We have a bright orange here on a very dry area next to that little baby fumarole. And then accents of ice and moss. It's quite a dynamic microclimate that has formed in this area. It's really very beautiful. There's the bright orange color again. And the tiny bird taking advantage of the warmth that these hot springs provide to keep nutrients close by, easier to find for them in the winter time. And this mud pot is very watery. That needs to cook longer to reduce, so it gets good flavor, yeah? Just kidding. Here we have a geyser erupting. If I understand correctly, this one erupts for about 45 minutes. Somebody got tired of shoveling, and I don't blame them. But they did do over here, and for that, we are very grateful. In some parts of the boardwalks, they use this really nice compressed vinyl wood composite stuff, and it's supposed to last way longer than regular wood, and it does, but it's also a little bit slippery. more slippery when wet or icy or snowy. So we've got some vents over there, although I hear them bubbling under the surface. And that's just it. Everything is bubbling under the surface here at Yellowstone National Park. Whether it's mud that's bubbling or water mixed with sulfuric acid or magma. Depending on what layer you're at, there's a whole slew of different things that are boiling under the surface. And when they come to the top, we get to enjoy the view. Behind us, we have another eruption. These two are competing. And the one we were just looking at is growing in intensity. It's really quite incredible. I'm struggling to hold on to the camera because the air is so frigid. My gloves won't help the phone to operate properly, so I have to take them off. So frigid outside, the cold bites, and inside of these geysers and hot springs, it is several hundred degrees. We can barely even see the geyser over here. But what's neat is that the colors from the hot springs around it and the features around it will start to reflect in the moisture droplets in the air, and so the steam appears to be colored. It's quite breathtaking.